And we welcome you to Lakota East High School. Colin Kunz here alongside Camden Braden. We're excited to be bringing you another doubleheader game here. The Lakota East Thunderhawks are taking on the Colerain Cardinals, both in men's and women's basketball. The women's team starting first here tonight. We're in for a lot of exciting basketball here tonight, Cam.
Yeah, a lot of exciting basketball here indeed. And these are two teams, especially on the women's side, that are very opposite sides of the spectrum. Lakota East coming into this game third in the GMC, just behind Mason and Princeton in those standings. And then Colerain coming in ninth in the GMC, picking up a couple of wins here in the last few weeks, but just ahead of Hamilton, but should be a fun one tonight.
Yeah, hopefully should be two big wins for the Thunderhawks, maybe get some of that momentum rolling here going into this postseason. What do you think the girls can do tonight to pick up a big win?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of things you can do against a team like Colerain. They've definitely had a lot of weaknesses exploited into their scheme this year, and I feel like if you're Lakota East, who does a lot of things well, there's a lot of things you can do, whether that's just it all starts with playing good defense and making your shots and just building some momentum and that you can continue throughout the game.
Yeah, and the girls coming off a big win against Lakota West last Saturday. We were streaming that game on Lakota West channel, but definitely a huge win there. How do you think that plays into the momentum for this game?
Yeah, I definitely think that gives them a lot of momentum coming into this game, but you got to be careful of not being overconfident because obviously for as much of a struggle as it's been for Colerain this year, any team, you don't want to say like any team can win on any given day, but the moral victories are a big thing in high school basketball. So even if you have like a close game against Colerain or a closer game than Coach Wallace expects, because he expects the girls to give him his best every game, then it can kind of leave a little bit of a scar right there.
Yeah, girls are definitely looking for another big win. They also traveled to Sycamore, that game on Wednesday, and a big decisive win there. So that playing into some of this momentum as well, and definitely looking to keep that rolling.
Yeah, they are looking to keep it rolling indeed, and just games like this are an opportunity for them to get prepared for the teams like the Big Dogs, Mason, Princeton, the teams that they haven't really been able to get over the hump against, but this will definitely be a good way to get them back into things and get them back on a winning streak.
Yeah, GMC's somewhat of a top-heavy team, like you mentioned, there with Mason, Princeton, and Lakota East all way above. Not super competitive, but it's basketball any given night.
And basketball any given night indeed, and as you see out there for the tip-off, Selena Blunt out there. Not a lot of size on this Colerain team, obviously, as we've seen a lot this year, Selena just being a head taller than.
Blunt will be matched up against the 5'7" Alana Miller, and Selena Blunt wins that tip-off very decisively, and that will get us underway here. Get ready for 4 hours of commercial-free basketball. Full immediately getting us started with a drive to the hoop, putting it up. No good.
Yeah, and you see an early breakdown from Colerain's defense right there, and a very shaky start there for Emma Full. Maybe just the early game jitters getting to her, but nonetheless, she'll just be looking to have a short-term memory with that.
And Colerain Cardinals already making a mistake, stepping out on the inline, trying to inbound. Possession will immediately go back to the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, a couple mistakes here early with the broken down defense that Full missed a layup on and then stepping out of bounds, giving the Hawks another chance at life.
And the Hawks here just going to have to try to capitalize as Brooke Asher doing it well, getting the Thunderhawks on the board, taking advantage of that turnover early.
And that's a welcome sight there for the Thunderhawks because Brooke Asher has been very hit or miss this year, but when she's on, she's on. And if she gets on early, she usually stays like that the entire game.
Another player who's very consistent is Caitlin Pham, jumping at the ball there. She shows a lot of her athleticism all of the time. Huge game against West, putting up more than 20, if I do believe so.
Yeah, Caitlin Pham is definitely someone who doesn't always fill the scoreboard, but makes the impact in the game the other ways. Definitely very athletic, hustles a lot. She's actually second in the GMC in field goal percentage, shooting 57% from the field, 51-89. She does take a lot of shots, too.
Caitlin Pham now passing it down to Selena Blunt. She'll go out to Full. Full will go for three. No good. Too strong. Pham immediately on the rebound.
Yeah, just a rocky start here for Emma Full, missing the wide-open layup, then missing the wide-open three. She's just got to get out of her head and calm down and try to reset.
Again, a game kind of where you can afford a couple of mistakes early. Maybe you have some time to get things under control.
Yeah, and an early 2-0 lead with the ball, you definitely do have time to get things under control. As you see,
Brooke Asher going to the rim, going through a ton of contact. She's responsible for all four of the Thunderhawks' points. Now Full will give it out to Pham, who will go for three. No good, too much. Fight for the rebound. Cardinals able to get on top of it.
Yeah, and East coming out here with a lot more sense of urgency than Colerain tonight, and we've seen that a lot from them this year, but especially against a team like Colerain, who's not particularly fast and looking to play with a sense of urgency. The Hawks are jumping on that.
Some contact now the other way on the other side of the paint. It's like Brooke Asher was called on the foul.
Yeah, and this Colerain team is a team that is ideal to send to the free throw line, shooting an abysmal 31% from the free throw line this year.
Thunderhawks maybe not too concerned about fouling with those numbers. Kayla Riley will be at the line. See how she does. First one is good from Riley.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of that 31% coming in right there on the first free throw make.
Second one, no good. Thunderhawks immediately able to get the ball back. Thunderhawks going the other way. Caitlin Pham driving, putting it up in the basket, off the glass and in.
Yeah, again, just not really that much of a contest right there for Colerain. They failed to move their feet with Caitlin Pham, and she beats them off the dribble. As you see right there, Colerain getting it in the paint and drawing yet another foul.
Seen some more contact in this game. Again, Riley will go to the line. Thunderhawks up 5 just early in this game. Playing a little slow here to start.
Yeah, definitely playing a little slow here indeed. And I mean, they're definitely going to try to get Colerain to play fast, but there has been a couple defensive breakdowns, which has led to fouls and trips to the free throw line.
Riley did hit her first. She's now 2 of 3 on the night. That one will make it 3 of 4 and is responsible for all of the Cardinals' points so far. Thunderhawks now look to answer back down 3. Ball knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and you see right there, just again, not very fast hands from Colerain, but is able to poke that one away. And if they are going to poke balls like that away, then you just want to make sure that the Hawks can keep possession and get a chance to reset.
Brooke Asher now will go for 3. No good. But Selena Blunt able to get the rebound off the tip from Caitlin Pham.
And just an unfortunate break right there for Brooke Asher. That one was in and out.
A little bit of a nasty turnover from the Thunderhawks now. Colerain is moving quickly in transition. Selena Blunt, though, jumping up and knocking that ball away.
And you see the leader in the GMC for blocks per game making her presence felt early.
Yeah, she's not afraid to jump up there and block the ball. That one just getting way up there. Cardinals now will inbound and immediately take a three-pointer. This one no good. Off the front iron. So we will go quickly in transition. Another little bit of a sloppy turnover.
Yeah, and it looks like the Hawks are trying to run in transition here early and try to get those easy buckets here in the first quarter, but with that, you also can't have miscues like that.
Yeah, and even in a game like this against a Colerain team who isn't superb, you still have to get those mistakes under control. Got to stay composed and play good basketball. It's full there, getting a turnover. That might help. Caitlin Pham will go up to the basket, nearly an and one opportunity, but she'll go to the line.
Yeah, and just a good job by Pham right there, getting out after the steal and being able to run ahead, just drawing the foul, a chance to add a couple more here for the Hawks.
It's definitely well-played basketball on that possession with the trap coming from Full and Pham. And a chance here to turn it into a couple points. Pham's first one just a little short. The line. She'll have a chance at another. Pham with her second one. That one no good, too strong that time. Lead will stay at 3 for the Thunderhawks. Pham immediately getting right on top of Riley there, trying to make it difficult to get the ball up.
Yeah, and on the offensive end, it's been a little bit of a sluggish start here for the Thunderhawks, just missing a couple shots. Obviously, you saw a couple from Full there earlier. As looks like 2 Colerain players hit each other, and now we got 5 on 3.
Yeah, Thunderhawks have numbers, but aren't moving quickly. Zwila will go for 3, trying to take advantage. No good. It's like everybody on Colerain has gotten back.
See, and that's what you don't want to see if you're the Thunderhawks. If you get a 5-on-3 opportunity, you don't want to play it like it's 5-on-5. Take that ball to the rim and maybe kick it out.
Yeah, no, and you really expect them to push that a lot more than they did. Blunt will go to the rim. No good, does get fouled. But they were moving a little sluggishly there, even with those 2 down from Colerain. Looked like maybe for the Cardinals, 2 heads collided, which is why they were down on the floor for so long. Looks like everyone is good now.
Yeah, Blunt here will go to the free throw line, and just again another free throw
Blunt's
opportunity here from the Hawks.
That will extend the lead up to 4 for the Thunderhawks. But still very, very slow on offense.
Yeah, and that's definitely just something you kind of have at the beginning of games. We've seen it from the Thunderhawks at times this year where their offense will start slow and then they hit a couple shots every now and again and start to pick it up.
Yeah, that really what happened in the West game. They were slow in that first quarter, stayed even, and then once they took off in that second quarter, it was all Thunderhawks for the rest of the game. See if that same adjustment happens here. Cardinals looking to bring it up. Finding some room down low. Sturgill gets there. Putting it up is Riley. Rolling around the rim, no good. Riley will try again, gets fouled, putting it up. She will again go to the line.
And Riley's the only one on this Colerain team who it looks like is even showing a hint of offensive production right now. Just got to make sure you're being disciplined with your hands and not sending her to the free throw line because she's got all their points from the stripe and they've all come from her.
Yeah, Riley responsible for all the points. A chance to add some more here. This one, though, no good, too short. She'll have another attempt. Riley on her second. This one is good. She still will have all 4 of the Cardinals' points. The lead will stay at 4 for the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Colerain's going to make anything from the field anytime soon, so maybe on second thought you might want to stop sending them to the free throw line.
Picked out to Full. Well, now we'll go over to Zawila. Thought about taking the shot, changed her mind. At the free throw line, now kicked back out to Full. Thunderhawks driving all the way up and in is Emma Full. That basket falls down.
And just a great job there by Full adjusting after the couple early misses, just getting her mind right and being able to take that one in with ease.
Yeah, definitely not letting those early misses stick with her, and that shows you what a good basketball player she is. Just able to fight through all that contact and get to the rim. Cardinals trying to fire back on their side, but no good. Tribe now coming under the basket. Looks like she stepped out.
And it looks like Colerain's just trying to play for the foul right now. You've seen them play fast on their last couple of possessions to get Riley to the free throw line, but you see right there just not paying off for them.
Seems to have been their ticket to success so far with Riley having all of their points from the line. So the Thunderhawks due to answer. Full again was driving inside. That gives it back out to Sturgill, who will take a drive herself. Loses the ball towards the end. Looks like that one will go the Cardinals' way.
Yeah, and again, just another display of sloppy offense here early for the Hawks. Looked good on the last couple of possessions, getting to the free throw line and Full with the layup, but right there you see another turnover.
Yeah, we keep mentioning it. You just can't really play sloppy offense like that. The lead only 6 right now. I mean, this is still a game clearly in reach for the Cardinals. Bam guarding up. The Cardinals try to get it across. Now getting it down to Riley. Trying in the paint, throwing a shot straight up in the air. Pham coming down with it. Now gets it out. Thunderhawks will start their offensive drive.
Yeah, and that was a good job there by Johnson on the contest, keeping her hands straight up and not fouling.
Pham now has it left side of the arc. She'll get it to Full up top. Full again will drive. Change her mind, steps back out. Sturgill makes the drive for herself. Looks like she maybe took too many steps there. That'll be a turnover.
And a couple early miscues since coming into the game for Bella Sturgill. Someone who we've usually seen be very efficient. Right there you see Selena's going to check back in for her now.
Looks like the Cardinals will sub as well. They will inbound. Thunderhawks still with a 6-point lead, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Cardinals showing a little bit of speed now, and they're turning the ball over again. Fight for it on the floor. Jump ball is called.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple early jump balls here that go in favor of the Thunderhawks just playing defense. And like you said, they're the team that leads the GMC in steals, and they're showing it right now with their active hands.
Up top, Blunt has it. She'll get it over to Asher. Asher will drive in with a big burst of speed, now kicking it over to Full. Full going for 3, no good. Fight for that rebound. Full able to get it herself, finding Blunt in the paint, who will now kick it out to Asher, who will go for 3. This one's good. Brooke Asher, 3-ball.
Yeah, and a good job there by Selena Blunt on the tip out, giving the Thunderhawks another chance at a possession, and Brooke Asher is definitely not the one you want to leave if you're Colerain.
It was overall a great possession from the Hawks. Even on a couple of misses, they were able to follow their shot, just able to find the open man.
You see Caitlin Pham taking a hard fall, trying to hustle after that loose ball.
Ball will stay with the Cardinals, and they will take a timeout. So with the timeout, we'll also take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Back now inside the Hawks nest, back for our double-header game here. Lakota East Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals. Lady Thunderhawks now are up 13-4, just under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and you see the Hawks just playing suffocating defense right there as Pham dot in the top, and now it's a steal. Addison Johnson out in transition, and she missed the layup right there. And it's going to go out of bounds to the Cardinals.
And just kind of some of those turnovers that you see. So Riley will be here to inbound it. Fold defending well. Cardinals now will use their speed to get it across midcourt. Blunt, though, intercepting the pass. That'll go back the other way for the Thunderhawks. Pham looking to jump up and get it in. No good. Blunt on the second chance. That one's good. Thunderhawks extending their lead.
Yeah, just a good job there by Selena Blunt, extending the possession in. You saw a little bit of carelessness right there from Miller bringing the ball up, just very straight up and down with her body. Throws kind of what looked like to be a careless pass, and it resulted in a turnover.
Miller has been the one bringing it across, and Foal knocking it away from her. Possession will stay with the Cardinals. Thunderhawks still maybe looking for a little burst on offense, though things are starting to pick up now.
Yeah, and you knew they were going to have to get it under control at some point. It definitely wasn't going to take them long to, but you've seen them a lot of promise on these last couple possessions.
Miller will try for a long two, no good. One able to get the rebound. Now Asher will start taking it the other way. Now it looks like it'll go out of bounds. Looks like a Cardinal did knock it out, so possession will stay with Thunderhawks.
Yeah, it looks like Brooke Asher just kind of was losing the ball as she was passing it there, but nonetheless able to get it. And Johnson dribbling along the baseline right there, just has it poked out.
Pham finding Blunt inside, who will go up to the glass, gets it in and gets fouled. She'll go to the line, attack on one more.
And just a great move right there from Blunt, keeping the ball up and not letting the Cardinals get a chance to block it, and therefore she gets hacked in the head and will once again be going to the free throw line.
See, Blunt was good from her other two tonight. See if she is able to add the third point here. This one no good. Caitlin Pham fighting for the rebound. Jump ball is called.
And once again, you just see Caitlin Pham doing things that don't show up on the stat sheet, giving the Hawks another jump ball and a chance to set up their defense.
Thunderhawks will get that possession arrow back now. Cardinals, however, will have the possession. Riley will be in to inbound it. Looking for somebody to get it to, finding Miller. And Pham from behind, stealing it away from Miller. Now the Thunderhawks will push it the other way. Brooke Asher outside, step back three. It's good. Brooke Asher again from deep.
Yeah, and you saw Pham coming for that steal from a mile away. She was definitely tracking Miller that entire time, and Miller had no idea that Caitlin Pham was coming.
Another turnover forced by the Thunderhawks here. Pham will throw one up, no good. Asher on the rebound. She'll take it out. Now another three will go. This one no good as well. Looks like that ball will bounce out of bounds and will go the Cardinals' way.
And this is just the type of game where Caitlin Pham has earned her minutes for this Thunderhawks team this year. Just absolutely everywhere on the court. Getting another steal right there.
Yeah, forcing both of those turnovers. Thunderhawks able to capitalize with a three on that first one. Cardinals now will move quick with Miller, trying to get it down to Riley, but intercepted by Zawila. Ball flying out of bounds. Looks like that one bounced off the hand of Zawila.
Yeah, and the Cardinals are definitely being a little too careless with the basketball. You saw the football pass right there on the inbound, and nearly another turnover right there under the basket.
Thunderhawks now out to a 16-point lead. Things are starting to roll for them. Trying to challenge Blunt in the paint, and just a wild shot up against the glass. That one's no good.
And if that's a shot you're going to throw up, I don't even understand why you're challenging Selena Blunt down there.
Asher will chuck up the last shot of the quarter. No good. That will end our first quarter of action here from the Hawks Nest. The Thunderhawks up 20-4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks Nest, Lakota East Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks up 20-4 on this Cardinals team. A chance to add on some more points here going into this second quarter.
Yeah, and we saw a shaky start here for the Thunderhawks, but once they got their offense under control and they stopped fouling the Cardinals, then it's just been all Thunderhawks up to this point. You see another turnover right there.
Now Foe had a nice drive to the basket for a two, and then Blunt intercepting. Get this possession started for the Thunderhawks. See what they look to do now. Drive inside, that one knocked away. Now Zawila will go out for three, no good. Cardinals able to get the ball back.
And just no urgency from the Cardinals right there on the boards, just letting the Hawks dominate them in the offensive glass game, and another turnover.
Asher now will go all the way to the hoop, puts that one up and in. That's an easy bucket. It looks like a timeout will be called. With a timeout, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks Nest, out of the timeout. Thunderhawks with a decisive 20-point lead over the Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, and you want to talk about decisive right now, and yet they're still coming out of that press, and I don't know where that pass was intended to go.
Thunderhawks with a chance to add on even more points, just piling it on now. Full driving, now kicks it out to Asher. Another chance at a three ball. It's good. Brooke Asher red hot from deep tonight.
It's already hard enough if you're Colerain playing the Thunderhawks when Brooke Asher is not red hot, but playing the Thunderhawks when Brooke Asher is red hot is almost unbeatable.
Selena Blunt throwing her hands up, nearly intercepting that pass. Cardinals in the paint trying to drive, throwing a wild shot up. That one's no good. Thunderhawks now will move quickly. Blunt will go all the way to the hoop, put it up, rolls around, no good. Blocker trying to go for the rebound. Ball goes out off the Cardinals.
Yeah, and once again, we're yet to see Colerain really have a clean defensive rebound. Just not very good with their hands or battling down there at the boards. I don't think I've seen them box out once tonight. Just been a mess for them in the paint.
Here now we're starting to see some of that offensive production from the Thunderhawks as Asher will again take a 2. No good, though. Thunderhawks, though, definitely feeling a lot more energized now. Riley with a big burst of speed. She'll get it down to the paint. Asher throwing her hands up, knocking that ball away. Then throwing it up against Blunt. That shot no good as well. Ball bouncing out of bounds will go the Thunderhawks' way.
Yeah, and you've seen a couple of those going up against Blunt just have not worked out for the Cardinals, resulting on a couple bodies on the floor. But was not that bad of a pass from Riley, just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah, it's just really tough to go up against Selena Blunt. She is a menace in the paint. This makes it incredibly difficult for anyone trying to put up a shot on her. Blunt will try to show some of that scoring ability as well. This one's good inside the half circle.
Yep, and we're just seeing Blunt on both ends tonight, just offensively and defensively. Big part of this first half here for the Hawks.
Ball again going out of bounds off the Cardinals. Thunderhawks will again get to continue on offense. Thunderhawks maybe starting to have fun now, up 25. Foe will bring it across, get it up to Asher to get things going. Asher again will go from deep. This one from way downtown. It's good again from Brooke Asher.
Yeah, and Brooke Asher with the hot hand tonight from deep here for the Thunderhawks. And again, just a nightmare sight from Colerain. And you want to at least get out there and get a hand up on her because they haven't even been contesting those shots.
Yeah, and that's a deep shot as Miller will try to take one herself. That one no good. But Asher way downtown, nobody even really stepped up on her. Miller again tossing one up, no good. Get another shot off the glass from Sarfo Benson. This one no good. Fan will push it quickly. Cross-court pass to Blunt. Blunt will take a 3-ball. This one no good. Fan fighting for that rebound, able to get on top of it. She'll drive back inside, going all the way to the hoop, gets fouled. She'll go to the line.
And just a great job there by Fam getting position on Riley, putting herself in a great spot to get that board, and she ends up getting it and will earn her a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, and Fam just continues with that phenomenal aggression we always talk about. She's always the one you see chasing after those rebounds, showing that heart 24/7. First free throw is no good. Thunderhawks up 28. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Fam at the line for her second. This one no good as well. Blunt trying to grab that rebound. Not able to fully bring it in. And Fam again knocking the ball out of bounds. Just showing a little more of that speed and aggression.
Yeah, and we've seen that speed and aggression from the Thunderhawks here. Outside of the first couple minutes of the game, it seems like they've really started to lock in, and it's gotten them a 30-point lead here in the first half.
Miller throwing it up court. Cardinals trying to get something going here, but fumbling the ball out of bounds.
And just a little too hot to handle right there. Don't know if she just heard Brooke Asher's footsteps or what happened, but
overall looked like a good possession from the Cardinals. They had Sarfo Johnson there open under the hoop, but just not able to catch that pass. Fam has it now. She'll get it over to Asher. Asher thought about it, changed her mind though. Now back out to Fam up top, finding Sturgill inside, who will try to back down, spinning around, putting it up. Too short. Fam though on the rebound. Those points are good.
yeah, and right there, just Fam giving them another chance. And once again, you just see her giving the Hawks another possession on the offensive glass. And
Asher in full on the trap, but Asher immediately turning it over. Wanted to get it to full too quickly. Cardinals will try to push it quickly. No good. On the rebound, throwing it up, gets fouled.
yeah, not really sure about that one. Maybe a pity foul.
Sarfo Johnson will go to the line. All of the Cardinals' points tonight have come from the free throw line. So a chance to add a couple more. The Thunderhawks now up 30. It's a little more where we expected this game to be.
Yeah, this one definitely got ugly very quickly, and I'm sure if you're the Thunderhawks, you're just going to be looking to have a running clock by halftime.
First free throw was clean all the way through. Cardinals will put 5 points up on the board. A chance for 6 here. This one, though, no good. Brooke Asher will get that rebound. Foe will bring it up. Now getting it over to Sturgill. Thunderhawks just working around outside. Asher again, another three. No good. Pham on the rebound, losing that one, and Miller able to get on top of it.
And it looks like Asher was more contested on that one than the one that she didn't pull last possession.
Miller again throwing one way up, and Brooke Asher able to catch it. Very high arcing shot. Another three attempt coming. This one too strong, no good. Cardinals will again get the ball back. They can try to continue to be quick, but too quick there as Pham able to steal it away.
Yeah, and you're definitely not going to want to throw these Hail Mary passes here, Colerain. Just the size and the speed difference from the Thunderhawks has been evident tonight. You're just going to have to, I know you're down 30, but you just got to slow it down.
Blunt will check back into the game, as well as Bacher. Cardinals, they will again get a chance on offense here. They'll continue with Miller. Miller definitely not afraid to put a couple shots up tonight. Just use that speed, now kicking it out. This is a three-pointer, no good though. In second chance points, those no good as well. Full able to get the rebound. Thunderhawks now gonna work quickly. Blunt under the hoop, hesitation, up and in.
Yeah, and you mentioned the hesitation right there. Just a great job there by Blunt. Knowing that Colerain was coming and able to just hesitate and put up a good, easy layup.
Full knocking the ball out will again force the Cardinals to inbound it.
And the Hawks have not laid off that press here in the first half. Even up by as much as they are, they're looking to pour it on.
Yeah, no mercy. Now as Full intercepts another pass. Thunderhawks up 31, a chance to make it more. Full through a lot of contact, no call.
That was definitely a foul right there.
Full going down to the floor very hard. Cardinals will try to capitalize off of it. This one's good from Miller. That's a deep two.
Yeah, first field goal here for the Cardinals tonight.
Full again will drive, getting it over to Johnson. Drops it over to Bacher, taking their time outside. Bacher will go for three. This one's good now.
And the Hawks get a one-up and answer right back. And almost 40 points here before halftime.
Thunderhawks starting to spread a little bit of that wealth as well. Looks like a timeout will be called by the Colerain Cardinals. Don't go anywhere. Back here inside Lakota East High School, doubleheader night of action. Lakota East Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks up very big on these Colerain Cardinals. 32-point lead, and it's not even halftime yet.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, as you see another turnover right there, just kind of an ugly start for the Thunderhawks. Couple turnovers early, but once they got that under control, it's just been all Thunderhawks from that point, and they have not looked back.
Straub will inbound to Bacher. Thunderhawks just a chance to add on to a little more of this dominance. Chow now in the game for the Thunderhawks. One there will go for three, no good. Cardinals able to get the rebound.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting the all-bench lineup plus Selena Blunt here for the Thunderhawks. So looking to close out this half strong.
A minute and 30 to go in this first half. Looks like a foul will be called. Bacher called with the foul. Cardinals will inbound it. Thought about the three, now getting it down low. Trying to work on Selena Blunt, now we'll kick it back out. Trying to find an open look.
Looks like she got away with the travel.
Cardinals not getting much. Trying to drive inside again on Blunt. This one close, but no good. And Blunt bringing down the hammer on the second chance. Three-point shot now will fly. This one no good as well. Will go out of bounds in favor of the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and just tightly contested defense right there in the paint. And again, just even with this lead, if you're the Thunderhawks, you definitely don't want to lay off and just continue to get the looks you want and run the plays that you think are going to work.
We talked about it early in the game, but that size from Selena Blunt, it's just near impossible for any of the Cardinals to try to really put a shot up on her in the paint.
Yeah, and the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, have no points in the paint tonight. So just great job by Blunt tonight. You see Faith Chow.
And again, more of that well spreading around. A couple other three balls falling from some of these other Thunderhawks. So Wheeler gets a hand in, knocking that pass away. Bacher going up. This one no good, no foul. Ball bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, as now we see the running clock coming into effect here before halftime.
We are under 20 seconds to go. Looks like we'll have one more possession before we go into this half. Cardinals will inbound it to Miller. Under 10 to go now. Not much urgency here. Miller driving, under 4 to go. Miller will toss one up. This one close, no good. That will end our first half of action here from the Hawks Nest. Lakota East Thunderhawks up 42-7 on the Colerain Cardinals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the half. Back here inside the Hawks nest, and it's ESPN night. Feeling a little at home here. The ESPN table set up down there in the student section.
Yeah, getting everything set up. Fans are starting to pile in here for the boys' game as they really haven't missed much tonight here for the girls. Just running clock here at halftime. And this is something that Colerain has been used to this year. Just they've played Princeton twice. One of the times they lost 88-22, and the other they lost 73-9. They lost to Mason like 80-something to like 14, and just more of the same tonight here against another top dog in the GMC.
Yeah, Thunderhawks not showing any mercy tonight, up 42-7. We did mention it. We do have a running clock here just out of the half.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Hawks, this is just the time of the game where you're not necessarily looking to pour things on, but you're trying to discover stuff that you haven't really tried in-game yet, whether that be schemes or game plans. Just trying to see if that'll work so you can carry it to other games. But then again, you don't want to put too much on tape. So Coach Wallace and the Hawks have got to be smart about what they throw out there.
We'll see if the Thunderhawks try anything unique on this offensive possession. Be their first of the half. Immediately trying to get it down to Johnson in the paint. No good.
Yeah, and we really haven't seen that screen and roll that much this season from Johnson, so maybe a little something new right there.
Miller trying to get it up. Blunt getting a hand in there, knocking it away to Pham. Pham will go to Blunt. Euro step, up and in. It's good.
And that's something we're definitely used to seeing there from the Hawks. Euro step from Blunt, just getting an easy bucket right there without even a contest.
Cardinals knocked away from behind. Pham again just getting her hand in there and knocking it away from Miller. Thunderhawks again just showing their dominance here. And Pham jumping way up in the air trying to knock that ball away. Unsuccessful though, and the Cardinals will try on offense. Miller got it, driving inside, looking to pass, fumbles the ball away. We'll say it was tipped by the Thunderhawks. We'll stay with the Cardinals.
Yeah, and it just really feels like this Colerain team doesn't have enough ball handlers. I mean, you got Riley, you got Miller, but other than that, no one's really had the ball in their hands tonight. Whenever you start to blitz Riley and Miller, it just leaves the Cardinals in trouble.
Miller again has it. Johnson nearly knocking it away. She's trying to find someone down low. No good. Foley nearly knocking it away. Ball again back to Miller. She'll just launch one up. No good. On the rebound, putting it up. And finally, and some more points fall for the Cardinals. Paul now trying to answer quickly. Blunt will drive inside. A lot of contact there. Ball knocked away. Miller will move quickly. Asher trying to run her down. Does so, knocking the ball away, forcing the Cardinals to slow it down.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of signs of life here from the Cardinals in these last couple possessions. Able to get the bucket. And right there, Johnson didn't even have to jump to block that one.
They've looked to Sarfo Benson for a couple of those last their last points in that shot as well.
And one of the few times tonight that Benson hasn't ended up on the ground tonight being contested by Blunt.
Yeah, finding just a little bit of space away from Blunt there, which is why those shots were able to fall, it seems. Now Fole will throw one up in the paint. This one's good. Thunderhawks able to score from anywhere on the floor tonight.
And Fole's just done a fantastic job of getting her mind right ever since those first couple shots. And she's actually made a pretty solid impact here on both ends of the floor, as you see the steals right there.
Fole move quickly, again throwing it up. It's good. Thunderhawks nearly out to 40-point lead.
And right there you see Fole again just adding to her point total.
Miller will again bring it up. Thunderhawks up 39, sorry. Fole now will bring it across the court. Fole will take a shot from the free throw line. This one no good. Fole trying to throw up another one, no good. Cardinals now will work the other way.
And that's just a terrible end. Looks like Miller threw the ball at Coach Wallace right there. And not really sure what that was all about, but back to what I was saying, just not great effort there from Colerain on the, like Emma got another chance and missed it, but the fact that she even got another chance at all there on that possession, just no bodies on her, no sense of urgency to chase the loose balls. And you're seeing the effect on the scoreboard here tonight.
Yeah, that can't be understated. Thunderhawks with a large commanding lead. Look to add more to that with Johnson, who will try to go up. No good. Sorry, that's Bacher. She will get called with the foul.
And they can't even guard any of our players in the paint right now. Just you see Bailey Bacher right there. Even she's getting whatever she wants. And if they deny her getting to the rim, then they're going to send her to the free throw line.
Chance to extend the lead up to 40. From the line, Bacher's first one is good. That lead will be 40 for the Hawks. Hawks doing a little bit of personnel change. Asher will check out. Johnson will also check out. Straub and Zawila will check in. Bacher will have a chance at a second shot here.
It's getting a little more speed in there for the Thunderhawks right now to close out this game with the combination of Pham and Zawila there in the backcourt.
That shot good as well. And Pham nearly knocking the pass away. She does. Rolls off the foot of Miller.
And once again, we're just seeing Pham everywhere tonight, and even with this 40-point lead not laying off.
You know what they say, the game is not finished until the clock hits zeros. As well show all of that fight throughout. Straub will inbound it to Pham, knocked away though.
I mean, yeah, you say that, but when it's at the point where we're at a running clock here in the third quarter, might just be time for the Hawks to start scheming.
Ball was knocked away by the Thunderhawks. We'll stay with the Cardinals. Full and Sturgill will check back in as well.
The Hawks making a lot of substitutions here, maybe trying to speed this game up, taking off the time.
Zawila guarding up, spin around, trying to find some room. Now finding Miller, travel is called. Ball will be back with the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen a lot of those ticky-tack calls tonight, but you see right there just Miller traveling and the ball going back to the Thunderhawks. And as time ticks away in this third quarter, just great all-around performance here for the Thunderhawks through three quarters.
.40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Thunderhawks will inbound it. Phil Hazard will bring it across the court. Spinning around, a lot of contact there on Full. Now Full can just try to get it into somebody, find Sturgill. Sturgill will go up against the contact. Shot no good though.
Sturgill looking for a foul right there. May have actually been a foul, but nonetheless, not calling it, just letting this third quarter run out.
So Wheeler nearly knocking the ball away from Miller. Miller trying to fight through all that contact. That shot going through.
And that's the best shot we've seen from the Cardinals all night. And outside of Miller, the Cardinals don't have a field goal. Or actually, correction, yes they do, but.
So Wheeler will go for three now, try to end our quarter. Does not go. And that will end our third quarter of action here from the Hawks Nest. Lakota East Thunderhawks up 50-11 on the Colerain Cardinals. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Here for our fourth quarter of action from the Hawks Nest. Lakota East Thunderhawks up 50-11 on the Colerain Cardinals in this special doubleheader edition Friday Night Basketball.
Yeah, and like we talked about at the beginning of the third quarter, coming out of that halftime break, just if you're the Thunderhawks right here, maybe time to try to look for some new things on offense, just things that you practiced but haven't really ran in a game yet. And see if they can take that whenever they play more competitive teams.
Zawila will go for 3, no good. Cardinals on the rebound. Cardinals moving quickly, throwing a shot up. Nice block from Bacher. It'll go the other way for the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, and just a really unfortunate turn right there from the Cardinals, because it was a good job getting out in transition, but just gets that block back and ends up stepping out of bounds.
Some clear frustration from Tipton afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Thunderhawks still with a couple of starters on the court. Straub will go for 3. This one's good.
Yeah, just a good job there by Parker Straub finding her spot and able to knock that one down.
Miller will again have it up top. Under 7 minutes to go in this ball game. Miller driving to her right, throws a jumper up, no good, close off the glass. Cardinals able to get the rebound. So Wheeler nearly getting a hand in there and knocking it away. Miller thought about the step back, now will spin around, chuck another one up, no good. Second chance points, also no good.
Yeah, we've seen Miller come close on a couple of those tonight, just those shots that seemingly are wild, but
Straub trying for another 3, this one too strong. If you're the Cardinals, I think on that last possession, you almost want to count that as a success. Throwing a lot of shots up, that's what you really need. They had a lot of good attempts, a lot of those coming from Miller.
yeah, second half we haven't seen nearly as much turnovers here from the Cardinals, and it's been able to limit the Hawks scoring. Maybe the mix of that and the running clock here, but overall better second half here for the Cardinals. Miller able to get some shots up and hopefully something that they can build off of.
Build off of maybe for their own sake as opposed to the game. Lead is 42 right now. Is Bacher with a chance to make it more. Bacher going up, she does.
And we're just as we were talking about them not having as much turnovers, you see a turnover right there, and just that's as easy as it gets right there for Bacher.
And again, another turnover coming. Chow is able to get on top of it. Again, finding Bacher, who will move quickly. Behind the back pass to Zawila. It's in. What a pass from Bailey Bacher.
And when you're up 57-11 in the fourth quarter, maybe it's time for some highlight reels.
That one was incredible right there. Cardinals probably feeling a little more demoralized even after that. The shot will fly up too strong. Hits the back iron.
It's been the Bailey Bacher show here over the past couple minutes.
Straub trying to get it down court. It's like the foul was called beforehand. And Straub will be here to inbound it. A little bit of a delay here, but now they will get it in.
Someone just getting their shoe tied right there, no big deal.
Bacher will start us off with a pass to Straub. Straub now with the Chow up top. Chow finding Sturgill, backing down, spinning around, throwing one up, no good. Straub on the rebound, fight for the ball. Jump will be called.
And good job there by Sturgill just drawing the contact and putting that one up. In a closer game, maybe you see that be a foul call, but again, right here, just really no need for it. And there are going to be some refs in some games that don't call that because that kind of is a call that can go one way or another. So
under 4 minutes to go now. Miller throwing one up, trying to get the Cardinals some more points on the board. No good, though. On the rebound, that one blocked back from behind by Sturgill. Miller again having it outside, well defended by Chow. That one nearly off the side of the backboard, no good anyway.
And Miller seemingly on all of her shots has just been on it, just haven't been able to get those to fall.
Pass out, Sturgill able to get it before it sailed out of bounds. Now over to Zawila, who will make a drive inside. She'll loft one up, no good. Chow, though, on the rebound, kicking it out to Bacher. Bacher will go for 3, no good. Again, a fight for the rebound. Straub trying to save it. They'll say it'll stay with the Thunderhawks.
And the Hawks just got too many chances right there on the offensive glass. Again, just a lack of will and a lack of hustle here tonight for Colerain, and it's been on display all night.
Straub gets it into Bacher. 3 minutes to go now in this game. Straub will go for 3. This one too strong. Sturgill on the rebound, tie up for the ball. Sturgill's trying to get it out. Finally, the jump is called.
And again, good job by Sturgill just being in the right spot right there to catch that miss and able to give the Hawks yet another chance here on offense.
Straub will inbound it to Sturgill. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Sturgill spinning around, trying to find a shot. A lot of contact, no call. Ball going out of bounds.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just not going to call those anymore, as you see Sturgill with a nice move right there. Got a lot of contact going up, but
Clock continues to tick down.
as you see, a lot of enthusiasm here coming from the east side. As the Hawks just continue to empty the bench.
Now under 2 minutes to go. Drive inside, now dishing it down low, block coming. Looks like a foul is called. We'll see another trip to the line before this game is over. Sarfo Benson will be at the line. I think nearly half of the Cardinals' points have come from the line tonight.
Yeah, and for a team that shoots 31% from the line, it seems like they've definitely been better from the line tonight.
Sarfo Benson, though, missing her first. We'll have a chance at a second.
And on a night where it's just been an offensive struggle for the Cardinals, a night where you can't get a lot of field goals, it's just, again, you're looking to get as many trips to the line as you can, regardless of what your percentage is.
Second shot, no good as well. Fight for the ball. Straub able to get it, getting it up to Bacher now. Under a minute to go. Zawila will put one up, no good. Bacher on the rebound. Will bring it back out. We'll see if the Thunderhawks will just hold here. Will not. Zawila will go for three. That one no good. Cardinals will get another chance on offense.
Yeah, it looks like that was probably the last possession that the Hawks were going to try to score. You got to imagine if they get the ball back here, then they're just going to hold and dribble it out.
Falling out of bounds there for the Cardinals. Thunderhawks will inbound it to Bacher. Under 30 to go. You got to imagine they'll just dribble it out at this point. Arcing out. Macy Hill will go for three. No good. Again, they'll get it to her. 15 seconds to go. Bacher has it out to Straub. Trying to find a look. Maybe for Hill.
Yeah, crowd definitely trying to encourage it, but nonetheless, the Hawks will dribble it out.
Yep, they will dribble it out, and that will conclude our first game here tonight from this doubleheader. Lakota East Thunderhawks taking a decisive win over the Colerain Cardinals. That's only one game of basketball. We'll be back for the men's game in just about 20 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We join you from inside the Hawks Nest, inside Lakota East High School here in Liberty Township. The 9-9 Lakota East Thunderhawks are taking on the 3-14 Colerain Cardinals, looking for a playoff push. Thunderhawks are hoping to get a decisive win over a lackluster Colerain Cardinals team here tonight, and it is ESPN night for the student section. Feeling right at home here, Colin Kunz alongside Max Earl and Camden Braden. We are excited for our second game here of doubleheader action tonight.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, lackluster is definitely the word for this Colerain team this year. Just 3-14 overall, 0-12 inside the GMC, including a 50-point loss the last time they played the Thunderhawks. So looking for better fortunes here tonight for Colerain. And if you're the Hawks, you just want to kind of keep that rolling.
Yeah, for sure. This Colerain team really just lacks any key points on either side of the ball. No one averaging more than 10 points on their team, so they kind of struggle on both sides of the court.
If you weren't with us for the last game, the Thunderhawks women's team got a decisive win, nearly 40-plus points, running clock for most of the entire second half. Not sure if we're going to expect the same here tonight in this men's game.
Yeah, and I would expect more of the same here from the men's game if the stats line up the way they say they do. Colerain, bottom of everything in pretty much every category in the GMC, just like the women's team. And even though the Hawks, comparatively, they're not as good as the women's team, we have seen them have good flashes this year. And like I mentioned before, this game earlier in the season, the Hawks won 71-21. So looking for more of that same success, and Hawks will be looking to have a running clock here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And also, this Colerain offense struggles. They average about 38 points a game, and East has yet to score less than 39. So on paper, this matchup looks pretty one-sided going into it.
We are definitely looking to see some exciting stuff from the Thunderhawks, especially Trey Perry as he runs out right now. Last game, we actually saw Trey Perry hit both a 1,000-point scoring mark as well as a thunderous slam early in that first quarter. We'll see if he looks to try to continue some of that production tonight.
Yeah, and I wonder what Colerain's game plan is going to be here against Trey Perry, because obviously as a team they haven't really played great defense this year, but usually with the Hawks, whenever it comes to the one-man show, Trey Perry, you got to figure out how to guard him first and then everybody else. But if the Hawks can get everybody else going, then this thing could get ugly really fast.
Yeah, and it'll really be interesting to see what they do on defense. With a guy like Trey Perry, who's 200 points ahead of anybody else in the GMC right now, and this Colerain defense primarily playing his zone defense, it'll be really interesting to see how they try to counter him up and down the court.
Our starting lineup tonight for the Hawks will be Wieland, Perry, Jackson, as well as Shaw and Bachman. We are getting loud here in the Hawks Nest student section, getting hype right now as we get ready for tip-off. Derek Jackson will be out facing against Sean Metcalf.
Maybe a little less of a size difference than there was for the girls' game. Jackson isn't exactly a head taller this time, but
yeah, and Colerain has some height on their team. They just really haven't used it much at all this season.
Getting ready to get underway here. The official will bring out the ball and prepare us for tip-off. We are up and away here inside the Hawks Nest.
And immediately there, a mishap.
That ball immediately going out of bounds off of the Cardinals, and the Thunderhawks will start on offense.
yeah, and if the ball goes out of bounds on the tip-off, if I'm not mistaken, that usually indicates a re-tip, but right there, just Colerain unnecessarily trying to save it.
Yeah, I think Colerain managed to get possession before they stepped out, so East will get the ball. See how this Colerain defense comes out to respond to Perry.
The Thunderhawks will immediately get it out to Trey Perry, expecting a big game from him tonight. Tyler Bachman now will have it. Again, back to Perry. Perry driving inside. He'll go all the way to the basket, up and in for the Thunderhawks' first points of the night.
And we talked about having to guard Trey Perry and focusing up on him. That's just a great start for him, getting whatever he wants in there. And if you're not going to bring a double on him, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, and they missed a wide open pass to him there at the beginning of that drive, but it didn't matter. He found it in the paint and put some points up for East.
Thunderhawks will look to get things started on defense now as well. See if the dominance can start here.
Yeah, but the Hawks coming out in that patented man-to-man.
Cardinals maybe getting a little separation from Perry there. Shot wasn't taken, though. Trying to drive inside on Jackson, now kicking out to the left wing. Get it back up top and slow it down.
Yeah, and Colerain should have a tough time trying to drive in on this East team. They put a lot of pressure, and Colerain does not like being hurried on offense.
Right
they
there,
have a lot of turnovers.
Meadows trying to drive to the basket, trying to loft one up off the side of the backboard. Possession will go back to the Thunderhawks. Perry thinking about the three, changed his mind. Euro step up behind the back and in.
Yeah, it looks like we might get a heavy dose of Trey Perry tonight for the Thunderhawks. And again, just seemingly Colerain having no defensive game plan, and he's making them pay the price here early.
Yeah, and if you're Perry and you want to run up your points total, this is the perfect game for that. This Colerain team just really has no answer for any main key on offense.
Perry did get fouled going up, so he will be at the line, a chance to add on one more. And he does. Trey Perry with all 5 of the Thunderhawks' first points here early in this game.
Yeah, and we're immediately seeing a little bit of a run here by East.
And now a travel is called, and that's a turnover on the Cardinals.
Yeah, and like we mentioned earlier, and especially with the girls' game too, just the early miscues here for the Cardinals. Just, you see the travel right there, that wasn't very necessary, and then what they did on the tip-off, just, again, example of a poorly coached team and just a team that hasn't won a game in the GMC yet this year.
Yeah, and I think a big part of their struggles too is they're just not disciplined. They don't seem to be on the same page either, so they kind of hurry things up. They do turn it over a lot.
Wheeland has it, gets it back up to Perry up top. Cardinals stepping up a little bit on defense here. Jackson trying to get it over Perry. Perry again using speed, again goes to the cup, down through and in.
And again, Colerain getting very frustrated with each other here early on defense. You see the frustration on the communication right there, just not being able to guard Perry, and he's got all 7 of the Hawks points to start the game.
Double coming, and Shaw able to take it away. Travel, though, was called as he was going down.
Yeah, and it's going to be really hard for Colerain to muster up momentum here in this game. Obviously, you're 0-12 in the GMC right now. It's hard to keep your head up and feel really like you're going to be the winning team tonight.
Thunderhawks out to an incredibly quick start with Trey Perry specifically. He has all 7 of the Thunderhawks' points. And now an early timeout will be taken by the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks up 7-0. Don't go anywhere. Back here inside the Hawks' Nest, doubleheader night of action. Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks up 7-0 early in this one.
Seen Colerain really struggle on offense already here early. See what they do here.
Design play there, but well defended by Trey Perry. Trey Perry pushing the pace the other way. Now has it in the corner, finds Luke Shaw completely wide open under the basket. Those are easy points for Luke Shaw.
And just another miscue right there for the Cardinals, leaving Luke Shaw wide open. Breakdown in communication, and that's the result.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing Colerain switch up their defense to account for this East offense, and they're just kind of confused out there. We've seen a lot of wide open guys when East is driving down the court.
Cardinals directing traffic was Chambers for a second. Now stalling out a little bit. Making a drive inside. Still no points on the board for the Cardinals. Again driving from the free throw line over Perry. This one's good, and the Cardinals will get on the board.
That's an impressive shot there by Will Frey. Not something we see a lot from Colerain, but hats off to him for making that one.
Yeah, and him just using his size right there to rise up over Perry and get Colerain their first points of the game.
Perry wanted a deep 3, didn't get it though, too short. Lead will stay at 7 for the Thunderhawks. Trey Perry nearly with another takeaway. Cardinals finding a little room under the basket, now kicking out to the left wing. Working on Wheeland, 3-point shot coming, this one no good. Tyler Bachman on the rebound. The Thunderhawks will move quickly the other way. Wheeland all the way to the hoop. No good, it gets fouled.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing Colerain, their offense is trying to get somebody hot. They thought they maybe could get Frey hot with a 3, but really no one standing out so far.
Looks like Wheeland was not fouled going up.
Definitely a lot of contact right there, but no call.
We'll find it in to Shaw. Now we'll have it in the corner, finding Jackson. Jackson close on that end line. Now we'll get it back to Wheeland, who goes to Shaw for 3. No good. Smyers going up for the rebound. Fight for the ball. Cardinals able to get it and find some room.
And Smyers not been as big of a factor since he came back from his injury, but right there still we see he has that size, and looks like Colerain will keep the ball here.
Yeah, you mentioned not as much of a factor, and he really hasn't been getting as much minutes either. Maybe just a little bit of a hangover there from that injury, but Coach Atkins thinking he's found something that works with this current starting lineup.
Cardinals looking to inbound, finding it in. Now Smyers on the takeaway. Smyers will move quickly, one-on-one down below the hoop. Smyers putting it up, gets fouled.
Good drive down the court there by Smyers, getting physical underneath the basket.
Thunderhawks clearly showing a ton of energy early in this one. Lead, though, is still only 7.
Yeah, much unlike the girls kind of had a sluggish start on offense and defense for that matter. It was a little close in the first few minutes. You're seeing the opposite effect here for the guys, just getting out to a hot start prepared to play in this game.
Smyers' first basket is good. He'll add to the Thunderhawks tally.
Yeah, and if this one does end up being a very lopsided game, this is a good chance for East to get some of their bench players more involved, see what they have going on for the future. One of those guys, PJ McFarland, sophomore.
Smyers' second one is good.
Yeah, and like you mentioned about McFarland right there, just like we've mentioned in earlier games, his ability to come in for Derek Jackson whenever he needs breaks and just fill that role perfectly.
Whelan defending up Smyers, getting a hand on it. Luke Shaw now getting in to break it up. Smyers will go the other way, putting it up against the window. It's in.
And just a great job there by Luke Atkins anticipating that pass and able to get a hand in there and able to create an easy bucket for Ty Smyers.
And it seems like this Colerain offense is they just aren't on the same page here. They're just forcing passes and trying to do way too much with the ball.
Finding a little space under the hoop. Now a three-point shot. This one falls down for Will Frey.
Yeah, and Will Frey been the one bright spot here for the Cardinals here tonight, having all 5 of their points.
Whelan closely defended outside. Ball was knocked away from Luke Atkins, out of bounds off the Cardinals.
And a lot of hustle there from Frey. Seems like he's the main guy on that Cardinals team right now that's hustling. Everyone else kind of looking a little sluggish out there.
Frey again there with some speed trying to get down to Smyers. Not able to get there quick enough though. Smyers goes behind the back, gets it over to McFarland. The foul is called on Trey Perry.
And maybe just a little frustration there. Not really sure how they're going to play Perry here. They foul him there.
Smyers will be in to inbound for the Thunderhawks. Smyers looked at Perry for a second, now gets into Wieland. Thunderhawks will start rolling on offense again. Wieland finding Smyers under the basket, too strong. Now Atkins will go for 3. This one rattles down. Luke Atkins, three-point shot.
Yeah, and you saw Smyers and Perry there drawing all the attention right there on the side, and then just Atkins drawing absolutely no attention right there, and they leave him open, and he makes him pay the price.
And Smyers using his big wingspan there to just kind of scoop it over.
Wild shot coming. That one didn't even hit the rim. Trey Perry was able to catch it. Hawks Nest letting him know. Luke Atkins now has it up top, finding Smyers. The foul is called.
And Colerain again, they've got to be more disciplined on defense. You can't let East go on a run like this and still foul them.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, the strong start here for the Thunderhawks, and looking to add on to that and getting into foul trouble is definitely the last thing you need here if you're the Cardinals, especially with how well the Hawks shoot it from the free throw line. They are the best team in the GMC when it comes to free throw efficiency.
Brockman has it outside, gets it over to McFarland. Now Smyers up top. Cardinals playing up very tight now, showing a lot of speed. Perry up top. Thunderhawks a little bit slowed down now by this Cardinals defense, but maybe getting a little too handsy on Smyers. Foul was called as he went up.
Yeah, and that foul definitely could have been called up top, but a good job by Smyers hanging in there and taking that one into the paint.
Yeah, East just been the more physical team here early, really driving into the rim and letting their good passing game do the work here on offense.
Smyers will go to the line, made his first 2. Chance to make 2 more. First one, though, no good from Smyers. Lead will stay at 11 for the Hawks.
This Colerain team doesn't have that many subs. They're a smaller team person-wise, so it'll be interesting to see how gassed they get later on in this game.
Smire's second one no good as well. That lead will stay at 11 for the Hawks, and the Cardinals will get a chance on offense now.
Yeah, and like you mentioned about the small personnel with this Cardinal team, if you get guys into foul trouble, then the bench is definitely going to get very thin very quick. So another reason why you have to stay out of that if you're Colerain.
That ball flying out of bounds for the Cardinals. Perry will be in to inbound it.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Colerain already at 5 fouls, so East already has that bonus here in the first quarter with that 11-point lead.
Perry drilling up top now, finding Adkins. Adkins with the step back now, passing over to McFarland. See the Thunderhawks try to dial up. Bachman driving inside, knocked away by Frey. Perry now fighting for the ball. Foul is called. It's like Perry fouled Williams.
And Perry's good at stealing. He's third in steals in the GMC right now. Talk a lot about his offensive game, but on defense, he's pretty much just as good. And another interesting thing, rebound-wise, obviously Derek Jackson up there for East, but Trey Perry right behind him in rebounds.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Trey Perry just doing it all for the Thunderhawks this year, and definitely defensively and offensively, really, you got to have a plan for him, and Colerain has not had one tonight.
Yeah, we see that early.
Again, falling out of bounds, steal. That'll turn the ball over again for the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, the Thunderhawks have just been gifted scoring opportunities here early.
Shaw getting into Bachman. Bachman go all the way to the hoop. This one deflected out of bounds. Knocked away by Metcalf.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of momentum Colerain can use here. Get him a little bit pumped up on defense.
Metcalf nearly sending that one into the stands. We'll see if the Thunderhawks are phased by it. Perry up at the top corner. Now Adkins has it, trying to find some room on Frey. Frey taking it away now. Finding some room under the hoop. Kicking it back out. Cardinals moving quickly, lofting one up. This one falls through. Cardinals get some more points on the board.
And that was just great hands there by Frey getting that steal. It didn't really look like Luke gave him too much ball right there, but nonetheless able to get the steal and some fast break points.
Yeah, and on that drive too, while Colerain did get the points there, that was just a sloppy transition. Seemed like nobody was really playing heads up going down there. They're lucky they scored points on that drive.
Perry did get fouled, so he will go to the line.
And like we mentioned with that stat last game, Trey Perry's got about half of the Hawks' free throw attempts this year. And you see him making another one right there. The free throw line is a very familiar place for him.
Lead back up to 10 for the Thunderhawks. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go in this first quarter. Trey Perry's second free throw is good as well. That lead now will be 11 again.
And Perry about 77% from the free throw line, so definitely don't want to keep fouling him.
Cardinals try to do an offense. Shaw nearly knocking it away. Cardinals finding a little bit of room. Whelan making it difficult now, getting it down to Metcalf. Metcalf will go to Fry. He'll get it back up top. Thought about the three-point shot multiple times and changed his mind.
And he's doing a good job locking everything up here.
Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication, nearly turning it over. McFarland trying to save it.
Yeah, and just the game invention's coming into effect here for McFarland. Ball barely squirting out of bounds, just an unfortunate break for the Hawks.
Looks like another foul is called. This one called on Wieland. 44 seconds to go in this first quarter. Cardinals will inbound it.
Yeah, and when the Hawks get these big leads, the way we have seen teams get back in the game against them is just the Hawks start to get careless on defense and a little lazy, and they start fouling. And even though Colerain is the worst free throw shooting team in the GMC, you don't want to send them to the line if you don't have to.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give them any easy looks. While they might not have the best shooting percentage in the GMC, they still can shoot if they're wide open.
Right there, another foul.
This foul is called on Trey Perry against Donovan Chambers. Perry will take a quick break here as we finish out this first quarter. Spires does check into the game in his place. Cardinals still trying to get an inbound and get their offensive possession going. They find Frey. Frey will take a long two. No good. Smires with an easy rebound, uncontested. Now under 15 to go. Ball knocked away from Wieland, but a foul is called on Chambers.
And already up to 6 fouls in this first quarter. A little bit crazy how to have this many in the first quarter.
And I feel like it doesn't even seem like there's that much contact and aggression. Officials just not afraid to use their whistles tonight.
Yeah, and Colerain really trying to swat at the ball too. Not really anything too physical, just kind of careless steal attempts.
Wieland will make his first from the line. Thunderhawks starting to build that lead up. He will have a second one on the way. Wieland second shot, this one good as well. Looks like we'll see maybe one more possession in this first quarter as the Cardinals will get it in. Elijah Perry now in the game. Under 10 seconds to go. Cardinals gonna have to start moving quickly. Driving to the basket, jumper from the free throw line. This one falls through. Looks like we'll have one more shot to throw up. Wieland does, too strong though. And that will end our first quarter of action here from the Hawks Nest. The Lakota East Thunderhawks up 20-9 on the Colerain Cardinals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks Nest, our second game of doubleheader action. Lakota East Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks up 11 points here going into this second quarter.
Yeah, and it seems like Colerain's offense has just been struggling to put points up on the board, but just as much as that, it seems like fouls have really been their killer in this first quarter.
Yeah, they definitely have fouled a lot, and again, very undisciplined in the way they play defense, and it's resulted in a lot of fouls, and it's also resulted in Trey Perry killing them.
Tyler Bachman defending well up top, now getting it down to Frey. Frey between the legs, dribble, now getting it over. Cardinals trying to find some room inside, now kicking it back out. Nearly fumbling the ball away. Wieland up top to defend.
Yeah, and East has not given them an inch of space on defense so far.
Cardinals still trying to find something. A little bit of space there on Trey Perry. Three-point shot is good. That one coming from Avion Steele.
Yeah, a little bit of contributions coming there from Steele, and welcoming sight here for the Cardinals to see it coming from someone other than Frey.
Thunderhawks easily able to fire back with a Trey Perry two-point bucket.
Yeah, and while Colerain only has 12 points so far, it's really better than they've been doing pretty much all season. I mean, when you're 200 points behind anyone else in the GMC points-wise, you're happy with 12 in the first quarter.
Another three-point attempt from Colerain. This one not as pretty. Doesn't fall. Lead will stay at 10 for the Thunderhawks. Bachman now driving in. Ball knocked away at the end. Foul is called, though.
Yeah, we see more contact under the rim. Same story as first quarter. East just doing a good job of passing and moving the ball around. Seems Colerain just can't keep up with that.
Bachman will go to the line for the first time tonight. have a chance to extend this Thunderhawk 10-point lead.
Bachman, another good free throw shooter, 75% from the line.
Taking time here at the line. Bachman's first shot is good. Thunderhawk lead now up to 11. This game's staying somewhat competitive early.
Yeah, definitely been a respective effort here for the Cardinals tonight, but Trey Perry and the Hawks just a little bit too much to handle here early, but the Hawks have got to make sure that they still handle their business here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Colerain been pretty good on offense. Despite the score, I feel like just East putting more pressure on them, and it's forcing Colerain to foul, and that's really what's killing them.
Bachman's second one was good as well. Lead is back up to 12 for the Thunderhawks. Cardinals maybe looking for an answer. Three ball worked decently. Frey has it outside on the left corner, driving it in inside the paint, spin around, lofted up, no good. Smyers on the rebound. Now slow things down for the Thunderhawks.
And Smyers has looked good here early, using his wingspan a lot against this Cardinals team.
Another foul is called. Will Frey that time marked with the foul on Baze Wieland.
Yeah, second foul there on Frey, and he's definitely not the one the Cardinals want to foul out here tonight.
That foul definitely seeming a little more obvious, pushing up on Wieland as he was trying to bring it across the midcourt line.
Yeah, and I expect we'll see Colerain get more frustrated as this one goes on when, I mean, it seemed like they were playing good press defense against Perry, and he still scores. And a lot of this Hawks team is just good at driving to the basket, and they get fouled.
Jackson getting it to Perry. Perry up top, fumbling the ball away. Cardinals will push quickly the other way. Perry trying to defend. Smyers nearly knocking it away. Dive for the ball. Doesn't get there. Smyers again trying to get on top of it. Colerain looking for somebody to get it to. Now down low, putting it up over Shaw. No good. Smyers able to grab it and find Trey Perry to bring it up.
Colerain has been decent with their hands tonight, able to get a couple turnovers.
Yep, and a big struggle for Colerain has been not taking advantage of their steals. They have guys that can tip the ball, but it seems like when they get a drive down the court, they get too ahead of themselves and can't find an open man.
A bunch of missed opportunities there. Shaw had one to the bucket but didn't fall. And Smyers, two chances, neither were good though.
Yeah, just really unfortunate right there for Smyers. You want to see him use the backboard more on that as he gets another opportunity.
And if you're Colerain, slow things down and get an open man. They've been really rushed on offense trying to find somebody open, and everyone's just guarded well.
Cardinals still trying to find some life in their offense, finding a little bit here. Shot no good though. Frey on the rebound, he'll take a three-point jumper, no good. Way off on that one.
Yeah,
Bachman will get the rebound.
That's just not a very good shot selection right there for Frey. I understand you have the hot hand, but...
And Jackson now buries one from deep. Derek Jackson, the big man, forces the Cardinals to take a timeout. With a timeout, we'll also take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks' nest out of the timeout. Thunderhawks up 27-12 on the Colerain Cardinals. Thunderhawks starting to pick things up on offense now.
Yeah, the Cardinals have just been kind of lackluster here on both sides of the ball. Hard to find someone that's really been their key on either side. Will Frey's had a couple moments, but other than that, they've really just struggled to get anyone going.
Cardinals bringing up the court, moving quickly on Adkins down low. Charges taken by Luke Adkins. Will go the Thunderhawks' way.
Yeah, and it was really great job there by Luke Atkins thinking ahead right there. He was in position miles before Colerain charged into the paint. Because of that, the Hawks will get the ball back.
And go back to the IQ. Seems like East is just playing with a higher IQ right now. Colerain a lot of careless errors. East has really been mentally sharp in this one.
Wheeland will get things started for the Thunderhawks by inbounding to Ty Smyers. Smyers getting it back to Wheeland, nearly turning the ball over. Thunderhawks are going to have to get it across. Adkins just taking his timeout. So again, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Back again here in the Hawks' Nest, coming out of the quick timeout. Thunderhawks with a big lead over the Colerain Cardinals in our special edition doubleheader of Friday night basketball. We will immediately get things into Perry, get us started again here midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, early on here for the Thunderhawks, it was the Trey Perry show, but lately we have seen the other guys get involved in just a mix of what has really made this Thunderhawks offense great at times this year.
They've done a really good job moving the ball around, unlike right there.
Smyers trying to get it over to Wheeland, but turning it over. Cardinals will get a chance to work it the other way. They'll do so slowly.
And the Cardinals have really struggled to find anybody open on offense. East has done a good job of playing their man defense, not letting anyone get open.
Chambers going to the basket, putting one up. That's a tough bucket for the Cardinals.
Yeah, impressive drive in there. We haven't seen that a lot. They've driven a few times, but a lot of their shots were just off the mark.
See how the Thunderhawks answer. Trey Perry has it up top. Now to Luke Adkins.
See if they set up Atkins for another open three. He made one earlier.
Thunderhawks looking for some room. Cardinals stepping it up, finding Jackson down low who will work on Fry. Jackson putting it up again and in.
And just a great job there by Jackson using his body and not expecting contact right there to come in. Able to not smoke that one, and just right there, textbook.
And Jackson again knocking the ball away. He'll go up again, lays it in.
And I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I think Colerain is in their heads at this point, down by a lot before halftime, and they've got to slow things down.
Frey will take a three. This one no good. Fight for the rebound. Cardinals end up on top. Another three ball will come. This one no good as well. Frey, though, will be on the rebound again.
And Cardinals are feverishly trying to work it around the perimeter right now, trying to do whatever they can to get back in this game, but it's backfiring, as you see right there.
And Perry, don't know how he held on to that one, making it look magical, just caught that and put it up and in easily.
Yeah, and like you said there, I feel like this Colerain team, whenever they get down, they take careless shots, and that's really hurt their field goal percentage. They are in dead last in the GMC with 38.5.
The Hawks will get the ball back. Things really starting to get out of hand now. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see East start digging into their bench a little bit, letting some of those guys that don't get as much playing time get in there and see what they can do.
See Perry just adding to his night right there, going up with it strong once again.
And Perry already at 15 points on the night. Scoring has definitely come from him mainly.
Yeah, and already the 200-point leader in the GMC, just padding his stats right now.
Perry will go to the line, a chance to add on one more. It doesn't go in. Took a couple of bounces. Looks like it bounced off of the Cardinals as well, so the Thunderhawks will actually get a chance to profit off of that miss.
Yeah, and great job there by McFarland just getting in there and fighting for that board. And Colerain kind of falling asleep on him right there, and McFarland made him pay.
A little surprised myself that that one went the Thunderhawks' way. Seemed like it bounced off of McFarland.
Yeah, I was surprised the refs gave it to him.
Bachman driving inside. He'll lift one up. That one's good against the window.
And East has just been automatic. After that last time out, they've come out here just firing.
Frey driving now, kicks it out to nobody. Threw the ball straight out of bounds.
Yeah, and two guys out there ran into each other, leaving no one there to catch that pass.
Looked like he wanted to pass that to somebody in the student section.
Trying to take out our ESPN crew over there.
Wheeland will inbound it to Shaw. Thunderhawks again to add on to their total before the half, under 2 minutes to go. Bachman driving, moving quickly, again posts one up, this one rejected, but a foul is called.
And you just see another foul right there for the Cardinals, sending Tyler Bachman to the line once again. And again, the Hawks are the last team in the GMC that you want to be living at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Colerain just been scrappy in the paint, and I think they kind of have to be against this Hawks team who's so good at driving in and getting layups under the rim.
Bachman at the line shooting 2. His first one is no good. We'll have a chance at a second, though.
Oh, we see Eli Carpenter come in here. Another guy hasn't played much this season.
Bachman's second one is good. The Hawks extend their lead up to 24. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Cardinals trying to get something moving. Driving inside, lifts one up. This one no good, too strong. Rolls over the rim. Thunderhawks on the rebound.
And that's just the type of night it's been for the Cardinals, getting those finger rolls to roll around the rim.
Yeah, and right there, they had number 3 wide open beyond the arc on that Cardinals offensive drive, but just kind of kept his head down and tried to drive himself, and it didn't really work out for the Cardinals.
Shaw has it now, finding McFarland inside. McFarland dived for the ball, able to get it out to Adkins. Good save by PJ McFarland.
McFarland really been hustling well in this game.
McFarland now will hold it up top, working on Metcalf, trying to spin around, find some space. That one knocked out of bounds by Williams.
And we've seen good defensive possessions at times for Colerain, where they've really been able to hold East out of the paint and not give them looks, but you just feel like eventually the more Hawks are able to retain possession, the more likely they are to have a defensive breakdown. Usually late in possessions, we have seen those breakdowns.
Yeah, and against this East offense, consistency is really key when you're the defense going against them, and that's the thing that they've been missing. They've had those good drives, but they've had also those drives where they let East just get to the rim, free baskets, and just fouling all over.
Carpenter dribbling it out up top. Hawks most likely going to hold for the last shot. 45 seconds to go in the first half. The foul is called on Trey Perry.
Can't get the opportunity to hold for the last shot. Colerain's going to keep fouling.
Foul is called on number 12, Isaiah Stroud.
And back to the bonus again for East. Already had it in the first, and here they have it again late in the second.
Perry will be at the line. A chance to add 2 more to his total. Perry's first one is good. That'll put him at 16 on the night.
And Perry's been good tonight. Just padding his stats now. You've got to think he's having fun out there right now.
Yeah, it's just what you expect from a guy like Perry, averaging nearly 24 points per game this year, which is by far the lead in the GMC, but he has not really gotten to that mark the past couple of games, but today just really finding his groove.
Another quick 3 coming from the Cardinals. No good, though. Thunderhawks will again get a chance on offense. Maybe this time we'll get to hold it out for the last shot.
Yeah, like you said, Perry almost 10 points per game ahead of anybody else in the GMC. Obviously trying to get some points here as East tries to do something on offense.
Under 15 to go. Perry has it up top at the logo. Looks like he'll be the man with the ball. Directing traffic. Perry going to his right. Now kicking out to Adkins. Adkins will go for 3. It's good. Luke Adkins.
Yeah, and Atkins been good so far tonight.
And that will conclude our first half of action here from the Hawks Nest. Lakota East Thunderhawks up 42-14 on the Colerain Cardinals. We'll be back after the half. Back here out of halftime inside the Hawks Nest, Lakota East Thunderhawks taking on the Colerain Cardinals in this special edition doubleheader game of Friday night basketball. Thunderhawks up 42-14 on the Cardinals. It's been all Thunderhawks all game.
Yeah, and like we mentioned coming out of the half of the girls game, this might be just a time for the Thunderhawks where you want to kind of get some schemes going, see what works, see what doesn't, so you can take it to future games that are going to be more competitive.
Yeah, and Colerain really just outplayed every aspect of the ball, offense, defense. Both sides have just not been impressive.
Trey Perry will get things started on offense. He'll get it over to Bachman, finding Jackson down low. Jackson spinning, trying to put it up, gets fouled going up. And Derek Jackson will go to the line to start off our second half.
And all the stories that were gathered in the first half, I'd say one of the main ones was Colerain's foul trouble, and you're seeing that evidence right there.
Yeah, they managed to rack up enough to get to the bonus both quarters, and it's looking like that's going to happen again.
Jackson at the line shooting two. His first one no good. We'll have a chance at a second.
And that missed free throw, maybe a little hurtful for his morale, but not sure that's going to hurt the team at this point.
Jackson's second one rims out as well, bouncing off Luke Shaw's hands, and it'll go the Cardinals' way.
Yeah, and I think if you're Colerain, try something new, see what could work, even if not for this game to come back and win it, just something that'll work for you further down the season. They have the athletes on their team, they just got to figure out how to use them.
Saw a couple of three-point opportunities that worked decently. We'll see if they try to look from beyond the arc, and they will. That shot was good, but called off.
Yeah, just another miscue there for the Cardinals right there. Able to get a three here to start the second half. Maybe a welcoming sight for them, but it ends up getting taken away off the offensive foul.
Yeah, unlucky for Colerain there. That was a beautiful shot there from the top of the key. Just, we've seen fouls all day ruin Colerain's game, and it's carrying over.
Whelan gets it into Perry. Thunderhawks again will work on offense. Whelan driving down all the way to the hoop, putting it up no good. Metcalf on the rebound. Foul is called.
Yeah, Whelan looks a little shaken up down there.
Yeah, I wonder how long it will take for these teams to empty the benches, because you definitely don't want any unnecessary injuries here if you're the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, this Colerain bench, though, is not very deep. Only 4 guys sitting out right now. Not even enough to swap out a whole lineup. But nonetheless, we should see some guys get some playing time that usually don't.
You got to look, that's tough for the Cardinals, only having those 4 subs, especially playing against a fast Thunderhawk team. That fatigue definitely starting to set in a little bit.
Yeah, when you're already down and you can't sub anyone in to kind of give yourself a break, just even more detrimental to your team late. Something they probably would like to improve next season.
Cardinals looking to inbound it, finding on the left side. For having it up top, Jackson defending. Again outside the arc. Perry this time defending on Chambers. Chambers spinning around, trying to put one up, finding some room under Perry. That one falls in.
Yeah, just a great move right there from Chambers, and that's what you wanted to see more of the first half here for the Cardinals, just less them working the ball around and more having guys try to score off the dribble.
Thunderhawks with some good ball movement there, finding Whelan now in the paint, fumbles the ball away. Thunderhawks will slow it back down. Trey Perry will bring it up top.
Yeah, and East's done a good job of controlling possession here. If you're in a game like this, you definitely just want to run out the clock, and they've done a good job of that so far.
Perry adding to his total tonight. He's up to 18 with those 2 points.
And just a great cut right there by Perry, looking to get himself involved once again here in the second half.
Cardinals making a drive, getting fouled. That one called on the floor.
Yeah, and a game like this for East is huge later on down the season. This is going to give you a huge momentum boost going into those last few games. And, you know, a team that's lost a lot of close games, to have a blowout like this, it's definitely beneficial for your team.
Yeah, and we talk about things with the Thunderhawks all the time, such as their ability to close out games in the middle 8 and whatnot, but in a game like this, again, you just got to see what works and what doesn't.
Cardinals trying to find something that works. Working a little slowly here. Chambers has it up top. Trying to find Metcalf down low, but that one intercepted by Whelan. He'll go the other way. Trying to get it over to Jackson, but knocked away. Going out of bounds on the Cardinals.
Yeah, and it seems even when Colerain gets a fast break opportunity, they've struggled to do anything with it. They kind of have struggled just to play heads-up basketball so far.
Hawks will inbound it, that one bouncing off of Perry's hands.
And you see the frustration right there from Atkins.
And I think he'll let that one go, though. I mean,
it's good to see him keeping his team locked in, though, even with this much of a lead. Just goes to show you how much perfection he wants.
in a game like this, a lot of opportunities to try new things out and go back over them in the film room. So could see the frustration there coming from Atkins.
Nice move coming, fumbling the ball away just outside the paint. Cardinals a reset up top.
Colerain not had any real open looks besides a couple from beyond the arc, like right there.
Frey hitting a three-point shot. That was a nice bucket.
Yeah, and Frey has had a couple bright moments so far. He's a bigger guy on that Colerain team, and he has the ability to make those shots, but he forced it a couple times. A lot of Colerain just forcing some unnecessary shots. If they maybe would hone things down, be a closer game.
Shaw driving to the basket, spins around, lofts up, no good. Derek Jackson, second chance points. Those are good. The timeout will be called. With the timeout, we'll take a quick break as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks nest, Thunderhawks leading big. The Thunderhawk mascot maybe a little tired of this one. 2 big games of basketball in a row, taking a little bit of a nap down there.
Yeah, Thunderhawk mascot really setting the mood for all of us right now in this blowout so far, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, someone needs to get that man a pillow and a blanket.
Student section overall showing out well tonight for this ESPN theme. Very impressed with the booth down there. Looks like our setup up top.
Yeah, and earlier had a little bit of a pregame seating arrangement over there. Looked pretty professional, not gonna lie.
Definitely might be rivaling us in the future.
Yeah, lots of suits down there. Might be trying to come take my job. Travel is called down low under the hoop on the Cardinals. Go back the Thunderhawks way.
Yeah, and the Thunderhawks team's just been just on top of everything today. I mean, there's really no negatives that we can really mention, besides a couple of missed opportunities for scores, but, I mean, 46 points, really can't complain.
Yeah, definitely really can't complain, and Trey Perry just once again finding the spot.
And just another jumper coming from Trey Perry. He'll keep racking up those points.
And Colin, you've done a couple of these doubleheader games already. Do you feel like it's a good thing, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, the one we traveled to Princeton a couple weeks ago, 3-point shot there, no good, but very fun stuff, I think. It's great energy. When people start filling in for the end of the women's games, that gets a ton of good energy. I mean, it was especially prevalent at Princeton. That was a really close game. But I think it's a great overall energy. It's definitely a lot to be up here in the broadcast booth calling both, but happy to be with you for both. What do you guys think about these games?
I think it's great. I feel like sometimes the women's basketball doesn't get enough attention, so when you stack them right on top of each other, it gives people a chance to watch both. And I feel like also sometimes the women's games are during the week, kind of hard to make some of those, so when both of those are on a Friday, it's kind of perfect for the fans who want to see both.
Yeah, and it just definitely feels like our women's team with the season that they've had definitely deserve a lot of recognition, and having these doubleheader games, kind of having that, like you said, Max, just having them play back-to-back with the men's, just drawing a lot more attention to them. And again, it was great at Princeton. It's great again tonight, it feels like.
Yeah, for sure. Big atmosphere here for a Game that didn't have much hype coming into it, to be honest.
Big game atmosphere here tonight, but expecting an even bigger one next week when West comes and plays here in the Hawks Nest. That'll be a big game. Excited for that.
Yeah, and the Hawks definitely looking to get their lick back here, for lack of a better term, on the Firebirds, and obviously having a tough loss against them last time they played, and West has definitely turned it on here at this point in the season, and Hawks will be looking to get some revenge.
Trey Perry continues to add to his total, but yeah, Thunderhawks keeping it close with the Firebirds last time they met, and definitely going to be looking for some revenge going into that game.
Yeah, and it's never not entertaining when East and West match up for basketball. Seems like both student sections on both sides, there's not enough seats to compose all the energy, and it gets pretty rowdy in here.
3-point shot there, way airballed to the left. But the energy for that last game at West was near immaculate. I couldn't even really walk around the gym. It was so full. I mean, people lined up all around the sides. Every seat in the house was filled. It was beyond a sellout, it feels like.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most anticipated games of the year for East and West, and obviously the lack of space to walk around, just one of the most packed games we've ever been to, and just looking for some more atmosphere this time around.
Yeah, and I think general rule of thumb, if you want to come in person to watch that game, you got to get here at least an hour early if you want good spots.
Oh yeah, I might even say that it was filled an hour early. The JV game was electric even with the crowd that was there. Even pregame, us doing our pregame show on Main Street, looking to bring that back when the Firebirds do travel here to the Hawks Nest.
And lots of love here from the student section. Looks like Jacob Stringer's getting ready to check in.
Yeah, student section getting very hype for Stringer getting ready to check in. Clearly a fan favorite. Another three-point attempt from the Cardinals, no good. Carpenter trying to save it. Hits him on the way out. Cardinals somehow able to recover that possession. Finding some room down low, up over McFarland, no good. And McFarland able to handle the rebound.
Yeah, Colerain's got the hustle they need to be a good basketball team. They just need to put the pieces together a little bit. A couple things that really plague them, those turnovers and not getting the ball into the basket when they have those opportunities to shoot.
We're about to see a lot of excitement from this student section. Jacob Stringer about ready to check in.
Yeah, Jacob Stringer I don't think has seen the court yet this season. Always good when you're up by this much, get a chance to try new things out, see which players can bring what to your team.
Yeah, maybe some hidden gems right there for the Thunderhawks. Obviously, he has made some contributions this season towards the end of halves, and he came in the last time the Thunderhawks played Colerain, so love to see it.
Bachman is at the line. Chance for another one here. This one good as well. Jacob Stringer will check in. That student section's getting excited for him. We'll see if he gets any points up on the board. I'm sure the roof will blow off this place, at least from that student section if he does.
Yeah, and again, in that 71-21 win against Colerain the last time they played, if I am not mistaken, he actually did knock down a three-point shot that game.
Very excited to see if he gets another opportunity for that.
Yeah, and a surprising amount of the student section that stuck around after halftime where it already seemed like a blowout. Hats off to them for sticking around and supporting.
Yeah, gotta commend the Hawks Nest for showing up loud tonight. Definitely a big, excited crowd here for this basketball team. Cardinals looking to get it in. McFarland tipping it away. Cardinals have to do it over.
And I think you can't understate McFarland's impact. He's not lighting up the scoreboard, but he is filling in for Derek Jackson when he needs to. And Derek Jackson, obviously a senior, so next year McFarland hoping to kind of take over his role. And he's been looking like he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Surround jumper by Metcalf, no good. Fight for that rebound. Foul is called. Cardinals will go to the line with Metcalf.
The Cardinals look a little tired out here. This third quarter ticking away.
Yeah, and it looks like these free throws probably will end up taking us to the end of the quarter.
First one from Metcalf, no good. Now under 10 seconds to go. Looks like this will be the last shot of the quarter.
You see, Colerain has been pretty poor from the free throw line this year, like we mentioned earlier. And
that one does go through. 1 second to go. Have to throw one up. Smyers does. Shot wouldn't have counted anyway, and that will get us into the fourth quarter of action. Thunderhawks lead 54-20. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here inside the Hawks Nest, getting ready for our fourth quarter of action. Good atmosphere in the Hawks Nest, despite what the scoreboard might indicate. Thunderhawk fans showing up loud for this one.
And Colerain really just been not able to score even with these subs in for East. Looks like East has a solid team all around on defense.
yeah, and like we mentioned, East very deep. And obviously later in the season here, as we get into the month of February, looking towards the playoffs, what do you think are the keys here for the Hawks and things that they've got to fix and things that they can ride into these tournaments?
I think the Hawks are just going to have to be consistent and be able to close out games. I mean, it's been one of the big points all season. They get really close in the fourth quarter, get it within 4, maybe 5, and against really good teams as well, but they're just not able to close these games out. If they want to make a good run, they're going to have to learn to close out those games and be consistent in those last 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, and I think this East team is a lot better than their record shows. Just like kind of how you're saying, that fourth quarter is really their weakness, and I think it just kind of comes down to those high-pressure moments. Seems like they force maybe a shot that could have been maybe a better opportunity, something from a little too far out or not a very high percentage look. So I think if they can seal things up around the edges, I think they have a very good team running into the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's also a Hawks team that we have seen them kind of play down their competition sometimes, just losing to teams that they probably shouldn't be losing to and giving their best game to teams that are really good, like Covington Catholic, one of the top teams in all of Kentucky, taking that one right down into the wire, and then just losing to subpar teams that maybe you shouldn't be losing to if you're Coach Atkins, games that you just kind of throw away in the fourth quarter. But nonetheless, most of these games have been close. We haven't really seen them get blown out that much this year, so even though their record might say that they're 500, they definitely feel like they're a better team.
Yeah, and I think this team has a lot of talent as well, and it just seems like, I feel like in this game too, they haven't really played as lazy, but obviously earlier in the season it seems like lower percentage teams, they kind of play down to them.
And Jacob Stringer right there, almost getting a chance to cash it in, but gets fouled, and it looks like we're going to get Breslin checking in, much to the delight of the student section.
They're really getting rowdy now, swinging around their shirts over their head. Now one tosses up in the air. Jacob Stringer will go to the free throw line. Chance to get some points. I'm sure there will be a lot of excitement if he sinks these.
These are his first free throws of the season.
A couple others will check in.
You see Gabe Gaither checking in along with Carter Breslin, guys that we definitely rarely see, but good for them being able to get some action here with the running clock.
And all these guys work very hard to be on this team, so it's good to see them get a chance to come out on the floor, show what they're made of out there.
Yeah, definitely, and you like seeing them make the most of their opportunities, so just this is kind of their chance to earn more minutes going forward here for Coach Atkins as, again, we get down the stretch into these games that get more important.
Stringer at the line. Here we go. His first shot, no good. He will have another one, though.
Just a little too strong right there.
I think everybody in the gym right now wants the second shot to go through. Oh, no good on that one as well. 2 misses from Jacob Stringer. Still, though, 4 minutes to go. Chance for some points. Cardinals will fire a 3. You see what the Thunderhawks try to do on offense now. Elijah Perry has it, trying to find somebody.
And we get to see point guard Perry, and I'm not talking Trey Perry.
Gaither has it up top, trying to drive, gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, every time Gabe Gaither has taken a shot from beyond the arc, they've fallen this season. He hasn't played a lot, but he's 100% from field goal range so far, which is kind of interesting.
Slight correction, the Thunderhawks will inbound the ball. Stringer will be in inbound, trying to find somebody, gets it into Gaither. Gaither looking for some space, finding it, driving inside. Now kicks it down to Breslin. Breslin against the window, it goes in! The student section goes wild! And there is so much hype in this building right now.
And what a baseline cut right there for Carter Breslin, just finding his spot and able to get an easy layup.
Yeah, and for how far apart this game is, I mean, this student section is still electric. Love to see those people that they see at school every day doing well here late in this one.
And I feel like this is the most electric we've seen the student section all night, even since before early in this game. And again, just speaks to the tradition here at Lakota East and them wanting to see their players do well.
Stringer will inbound it to Gaither. Gaither will bring it up the court. 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Breslin has it outside. Student section wanted him to take that. Carpenter now will put one up against the window. He'll get some more points on the board.
And just everyone gets some points right here for the Thunderhawks. Just Colerain kind of letting up on the paint right there.
Yeah, I think Colerain just wants this one to be over just as much as East. They've been kind of lazy here in this fourth quarter.
And with the running clock, it seems like they'll have no problem taking this one to the end.
3 ball coming. This one's good for the Cardinals. Able to fall through for Meadows.
Good shot there by Meadows, top of the key. Colerain finding a rare open opportunity there, and they took it.
Thunderhawks on the offensive end. Elijah Perry has it. Trying to move it in. A lot of contact coming up there. Foul is finally called.
Surprised I didn't call it earlier. The refs have been kind of on top of the reach-in fouls all night, and finally they call it there.
Stringer will again be here to inbound it. Gets it into Gaither. Bring it across midcourt, under 2 minutes to go. Jumping in there was Stroud, knocking the ball away from Breslin.
Another array ball coming towards East bench.
Breslin finds Elijah Perry. Perry spins around, finds Carpenter. Carpenter jumper, no good. Chambers on the rebound.
This East team continues to be physical here even late in the fourth quarter.
Cardinals just working it around. Foul is called. That one called on Jacob Stringer. Student section booing the official on the call. Cardinals will inbound it, under a minute to go. Probably won't see many more possessions. Under 50, Cardinals driving in, putting that one up. It's good.
Yeah, and good job on the help defense right there from Jacob Stringer, but just, again, better move there by Colerain.
See if East will take the final shot.
Breslin has it up top. That one knocked away. Carpenter nearly able to save it. Chambers will go the other way. Shot up, no good. 20 seconds to go. Foul is called. Go the Thunderhawks' way.
I don't know where this hustle is coming from Colerain all of a sudden. They kind of lost that in the second half, and all of a sudden they're playing fast again.
Yeah, just trying to end this game on a high note, but looks like they're going to call it, and that'll be the end.
Looks like that will do it from Lakota East tonight. 2 big wins for the Thunderhawks team. Both teams winning decisively. We're happy to bring you along the way for this special doubleheader game of action. We want to give shout-outs to Butler Tech, as well as Lakota East Athletic Boosters, Lakota East Spark, as well as our entire crew tonight. Of course, we want to thank you for watching. This has been Colin Kunz, Camden Braden, and Max Earl.